Hello friends and enemies, my name is Aftertaste and welcome back to Operation Buffalo Allies Turn 6. The year is January 1939. We have a couple of tiny hiccups to address from the last couple of videos. For the USSR, Tactical had them collecting 13 plus 3 for the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Two of the territories he annexed, Lithuania and Bessarabia, he does collect income for, but he will not be collecting income for East Poland due to the USSR's inefficiency ruling, which basically says that any conquered territories, IPCs, cannot be collected until the USSR is at full production. So for the next turn, the USSR is going to have 15 and not 16. Secondly, again, very tiny, Nathan forgot to collect his, declare his collected income. He mentioned it to us separately, but Japan are going to be on 37. 31 in total for territories and 6 for their China bonuses. Right, that's the hiccups out of the way. Let's get on with the Allies' turn. First off, we've got the UK, we've got technology. We're going to be rolling for improved factories, improved construction, long-range aircraft, which is going to succeed this time, and amphibious doctrine. Okay, so we failed long-range aircraft, we failed improved construction, we failed improved factories, and we succeeded with amphibious doctrine. Great. That's enough of that. Okay, purchases. Okay, purchases for the UK. We're going to be purchasing, let's see, 1 infantry, 1 militia, 2 more infantry, and we're going to advance, we're going to complete the light carrier, so that's 9 for the infantry, 6 for the carrier and militia, for a total of 15. Anzac are going to purchase 1 militia for 3 and save 2, and the FEC are going to purchase 1 AAA and 2 militia for the full 8. Okay, we have some combat movements. Starting with, let's see, we've got the battle cruiser in A21. It's going to move 2 spaces to A27 and go on escort duty. Squeeze these in because the light carrier is also going to go on escort duty. So that's we're going to take 1 destroyer from A27 and move to A21, and the fleet here is also going to go on escort duty. So that's 1 torpedo boat destroyer and 3 destroyers, as well as the battleship, the battleship and coastal defence ship in A21. The 3 heavy cruisers are going to remain in port. Okay, that's all of it. Okay, the 2 battleships, well, the whole fleet in A44 is going to go on escort duty. So that's let's see, try and split this up. The 2 battleships in Gibraltar are going to come out of port and also go on escort duty. Okay, so we've got the light carrier in A44, 2 battleships, so let's see, in A44 now would be the light carrier with a fighter, 2 battleships, 1, 2, 3, 4 light cruisers, 3 destroyers. He's got battleships. We have a heavy cruiser in port in I5. It's going to move, well, it starts in I5, so 4 spaces, M8, M4, M2, A44, and it's also going to go on escort duty, so in fact we'll swap that over there. That's all the combat movements. Next we have non-combat movements. We're going to take this transport in I11, which is going to excuse me, pick up 1 AAA, and we're going to use 2 of our strategic naval move slots to move 4 spaces, I12, I7, I4, I5, and we're going to place the AA in Lower Egypt, and this transport is going to go in port. The other transport that's in I5 is going to swap places with the transport in I1, so I'm not going to move them. I'm just going to grab the infantry from Cape Town, and he'll have been picked up and dropped off in Lower Egypt, so those 2 transports will shuck over. The transport that is in Gibraltar is going to come out of M2, 1, pick up the 2 infantry in Malta, 2, go back to Gibraltar, drop those 2 infantry off, and is going to go back into port. So now 3. There are now 6 infantry, 1 medium bomber and 1 mounted infantry in Gibraltar. We've got a sub, the coastal submarine in, sorry I'm all over the place, the sequence in which I did my notes. The British coastal submarine P42 is going to move into P32. The submarine, that is all over the place. Submarine in M8 is going to move to M9. And the airborne and transport are going to move from London to southern England. Okay, so yeah, that's that. Now, I think I've done this out of sequence, but I don't think it affects anything. Poland is now under the control of the UK, thanks to tactical, as far as I understand. So we're going to be doing some combat, non-combat movements. So combat, we're going to take the cavalry from West Poland and move 1, 2 into East Poland. The cavalry from Warsaw is going to go into East Poland, and the fighter from Warsaw is going to go into East Poland. I'm going to grab some dice. So we've got I'll roll them in Warsaw. Okay. The red will be the fighter at a 6, the black is the 2 cavalry at 3s. There's a hit with the fighter on a 6, the cavalry both miss, and the Soviet infantry defending East Poland is rolling at a 4. He misses, so he is eliminated. East Poland is liberated. If we go over to the income chart, Soviet inefficiency, which I put on before, has gone from 1 to 0. So it doesn't actually affect the USSR's income at this point in time. Next, non-combat movements. All the infantry in West Poland are going to move into Warsaw, and all the infantry in Donetsk are going to move into Warsaw. The fighter, which has 3 spaces left, is going to use 2 to move to Podlachia. Get rid of these guys. So now we have in Poland 2 cavalry in East Poland, fighter in Podlachia, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 infantry, and 2 militia in Warsaw. So I'm going to delete 1, 2, 3, 4, which will turn this disc into 5. So we still have 5 infantry in Warsaw. That concludes all combat and non-combat movement for the Commonwealth and now Poland. We'll do placing of units. We'll be placing, for the FEC, we're going to place 1 AAA in Calcutta and 2 militia in British Malaya. The Anzac militia is going to be placed in New Britain. One infantry for Britain is going to be placed in Cape Town. Grab everybody else. Go up to the UK. The militia is going to be placed in Gibraltar. 1 infantry is going to be placed in Northern England. Another is going... Oh, I think I've accidentally moved. Yeah, sorry. I accidentally grabbed the militia, not the airborne, from London to Southern England, so I'll sort this back over. 1 infantry is going to go in London. And we'll put the finished light carrier in port in A21. We have a recruitment role for Poland. We have 5 territories, so we're looking at a 5 or less. Roll a 5, delicious. So we will take 2 militia and put them in Warsaw. Okay, collect income. We're still... See, the UK is collecting 16, FEC is collecting 7, Anzac's collecting 5. So Britain will have 16 for the next turn, Anzac will have 7, and FEC will have 7. Okay, France. Technology. I had long-range aircraft, but I'm not going to, because I think I'm using all my long-range aircraft successes on everyone but the UK. So for France, we're going to go with... radar. Success. I don't know what it is about British scientists. Okay, purchases for France. We have 9 to spend. We will purchase 1 militia, 1 infantry for 5, and for the final 4, we're going to be purchasing a port upgrade, which is going to go in French Guiana. Okay, I don't have any combat movements, so non-combat movements. The 3 submarines in P50 are going to move to P34. The submarine in I-8 is going to move to P50. The 2 infantry in southern France moving to Normandy. As these guys are about to die, One is going to take a relaxing barge trip from southern France, the rivers to Normandy, and the other one is going to get a tour of the country, or an extended tour of the country, by strategic rail, Aquitaine, Paris, Picardy, Normandy. The transport that is in port in southern France is going to use one strategic naval move to move 5 spaces from N1, M2, A44, A43, A42 and A41, and the transport that is in A41 is going to move to A40. Alright, that concludes non-combat movement. Let's place the new units. Okay, so the major port. Going to French Guiana. And the infantry and militia are going into Paris. Okay, so as this is almost certainly the last time we're going to see a large force in France, I'll give you a quick run over. We have 3 militia in Alsace-Lorraine, 5 militia in Paris, 5 infantry in Paris, 1 AAA in Paris, and in Normandy we have 1 AAA, 1 artillery, 1 militia, 2 motorised infantry, and 4, 5, 6, 7 French infantry. So delete those 2 guys. The ships haven't moved. Still have the battleships off the UK and the French surface warships escorting. That's going to conclude the French turn. They'll now collect 10. Moving on swiftly to the KMT, we are not going to make any purchases. We have no combat moves. We only have non-combat. We're going to move the 6th Infantry in Xikang down to Yunnan. So now if we take this one chap off and replace him with a chip, there are 15, 17, delete that guy. We have 17 infantry, 3 AAA, 1 mountain, 4 militia and 1 cavalry in Yunnan. 1 militia in Xikang, 2 militia in Quichao. Move on to collect income. We have 1 for Yunnan and 2 for the Burma Road. KMT will have 6 to spend on the next turn. Okay, United States. Tech rolls. Again, improved factories, improved construction, jet fighters, long-range aircraft, large ship construction, heavy strategic bombers, strategic rockets. Okay, failed improved factories, failed improved construction, failed jet fighters, failed long-range aircraft, failed large ship construction, succeeded with heavy strategic bombers, and failed with strategic rockets. Purchases for the United States going to be 4 militia. Okay, non-combat movement, we don't have any combat movement. The only non-combat movement we have is the tactical bomber in the Pacific Northwest, who's going to fly down to San Francisco. That's all USA movements. Place new units. We'll put 1 militia in Guam, 1 in Wake, 1 in Midway, and 1 in 2 in Kiska. collect income. The USA is collecting 11. Pardon. That moves. The USA is going to have 31 to spend on the next turn. Okay, I think that will conclude all the allies again for turn 6. I'll hand you over now to Nathan for Italy turn 6 and then Germany turn 7. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.